He took up my skirt, carried my skirt up like this and started pushing me to the table. I started crying and started shivering. I was about to open the window, then he pushed me to the window and he started trying to kiss me. I was pushing him, until on Thursday morning by September last year. I was on my way to my classroom when Mr. Gbenga called me. He called out to me and said testimony, and I looked back. When I looked back, he hugged me. I felt somehow because why will a teacher hug me? Immediately I offered a handshake. I said, "Sir, good morning," again. And then he was like, "Please help me to carry my bag to the ICT lab." I said, "Okay." Hearing the rumors that I usually molest students, I now gave my friend a sign. My friend gave sign. I told her to follow us. I gave her a sign to follow us. So she started following us. He unlocked the ICT lab and said, "Go in." When I went in, I just looked back. I could not find my friend again. I was not like, where did she go to? Where did she go to? So later on, she told me that Mr. Gbenga sent her back to the class. It was during assembly. We were inside the ICT lab. The place was very stuffy and dark. And I said, "Sir, should I open the windows?" He said, "Yes." I opened the first window. The second window. Suddenly, somebody grabbed me from the back. He grabbed my waist. And then he turned me back with force and held my hands backward. Started kissing me. I said, "Sir, please stop. I've never done it before, sir. Please stop." I said that continuously. Then he held me back tightly, my hands back tightly, and then started removing his belt. He took off his belt and then he turned me back to the table, like he backed me to the table, yes. And he started pushing me to the table with his belt off. So he took up my skirt, carried my skirt up like this and started pushing me to the table. I started crying and started shivering. Then he left me. I wanted to scream. He now said, "Wait, don't worry, don't go anywhere, just sit down." He said, "Come. Sit down." I sat down. He gave me a chance. He said I should sit down. I sat down. He started asking me questions. He said, "Testimony." I said, "Yes, sir." "Are you a virgin?" I said, "Yes, I'm a virgin." He said, "Testimony." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "I want to be the man to this virgin you, and I want you to be my girlfriend. That if you accept to be my girlfriend, I'll give you more mark in your mathematics, even in other subjects. If you have any problem, you are sure to pass to SS3 and pass out from this school. You will not fail at all." I was scared. I was just saying, "Okay, sir. Okay, sir." And then he said, "Have you ever done this before? This thing that we're..." I said, "No, sir, I've not done it before." Say, "So you want to implicate me like this?" He said, "You must not tell this that happened here to anybody, or else, even if I'm embarrassed, you too, you'll be embarrassed because you are a student. Students will be seeing you as the girl that the mathematics teacher have slept with, pressed, and all that stuff." So I started crying. He said I should not cry. I should not tell my mommy. So since then, anytime he sees me, he will just call me. "Come to my staff room. I want to tell you something." If I go to his staff room, I usually carry my friends along because I told two of my friends about it. And I'll carry them along. I said they should follow me so that I'll know what to do. The last time I went there, he offered me buns and told me to take off my skirts, that he wants to do something very quickly. And then I started crying again. So I told my friends to come in immediately. So my friends came in and he left me, and since then he has never called me again. But Mr. Clement was serving in our school at that time, and he was the only person, let me say adult, that understands us. He understood us very well, and he chats very lively, he smiles with us, unlike the other teachers in the school. So he was the only person. And my mom always told me that if I have any secrets or anything I can tell a friend, I should tell somebody I trust and somebody that understands me. And he was, at that particular time, he was the only person that understands, that I trust, an adult that I trust.
I was a youth corps member who wanted to go back to serve in the school I graduated from. Originally, I was posted to Eko FM, but after a few days, I decided to leave, not for any reason. So while I went back to the school I served, the school I attended and I passed out from in 2017, I became friends to students. At least I became very close to my students. Most times we play games together, we gist, I get food for them. And then fast forward to when the whole issue started, I began suspecting a particular teacher, a male teacher, because of the way he comes around me, and most times I feel so uncomfortable when a guy holds me on my wrist. So there was a particular time when he did that, and then he just raised my suspicion, and then I started following up with his actions and everything. Not until when I got a report that some students, wanted to tell me something, and I was like, no problem. So I heard from these girls. At the point when they reported, they were 13 in numbers. I heard from the 13 of them, and they told me similar issues. One told me how he invited her over to his place at Alabule bus stop, even while he is married. More than one said they were doing lessons with him, after school lessons, and after the lesson, he tells them to wait behind, and he makes advances to them by touching them, telling them, asking them if they have a boyfriend, and that they should break up with the boyfriend and date him. And then two told me how he sent them to the ICT lab. Normally, his office is not even in the ICT lab. Sent them to the ICT lab to clean up the lab, and in the process of cleaning up the lab, he comes, push them to the wall. One said try to remove his belt, the other one said remove his belt, and then they raised the alarm, and that was how they could escape. Then one said, one SS1 student, Aisha, said he was a brother's home lesson teacher, and in the process of teaching her brother, she also pays attention to whatever he's teaching. And then he tried to make advance to her in the house, coming for home lesson in the evening, which did not sit right with her parent, and told her they should leave the parlor to where they used to have home lesson. So these 13 girls in numbers came to me telling me different stories.
So on the 20th of January this year, Mr. Winger called me from my class. He said I should come and clean his staff room. When I got upstairs, he said I should open the door, which I did. Then he said I should open the window. I was about to open the window, then he pushed me to the window and he started trying to kiss me. I was pushing him, until an SS1 student entered. Then he left me and I ran outside. Then that same week on Thursday, I was coming from downstairs. I put water on my head because I was having cramps. So I was coming from downstairs. Then he saw me by the physics lab and he was like, I should come. So I went to meet him. Then he was telling me that my breast was showing. I didn't react to that statement. Then he said I should come to his office after school. So on going to his office, I didn't go alone. I went with two of my friends. And he changed whatever plan he had, he changed it. So he started telling me things about tests that were having the next day. And since then, I didn't see him again. Mr. Kamis was the only person I told about what happened because he's the only teacher that is free with students.
And as a male copper, and I was interested in the case, but there was nothing I could do. Immediately, I told all the girls to tell a female teacher who sits very close to me. And while they told this female teacher, I told the female teacher, please help me try to reach out to the principal so that the principal gets to know what's happening. So to make it more annoying, when the teacher reached out to the principal, I feel as a mother, the principal was to reach out to these girls. Instead, she met them, and the issue was, why did you tell a copper? Even if you were to tell somebody, does the school not have a counselor, or can't you tell me? And some of these girls were victimized. Now, the school did not know they were up to 13. The principal only knew they were 4. And these 4, how did I get to know? I sent an NGO to the school, DOHS Foundation. And while they met with the principal, telling the principal that they got a red flag that a male teacher is molesting or harassing female students, the principal said when she asked the male teacher denied. But since they know 4 girls he has done it to, they cannot believe him. And that was in a chat, and I have the evidence. So instead of the principal to take love and not law into her hands by bringing those girls close and then promising them that she will see to the end of the case, she then victimized them and, let me say, oppressed, asking them and even shouting at them why they told me. And how did I get to know? Two of the victims came upstairs to me where I was sitting, and they were like, the case has reached the principal. She almost slapped us. She was angry that we told you. And all I said was, okay, no problem. It seems the school wants to die the matter. And then the school did something very nice and at the same time funny. They set up a disciplinary committee that constitutes some teachers. And then instead of these teachers to take proper investigation and also find out more girls and more boys who are also facing the same problem, instead the committee went round asking if I also used to date students. I heard of a student who came to me telling me that the VP asked her that apart from her private part, where else do I touch? And then the answer she gave was, I never told you it touches my private part. Another girl who is one of the victims, Chimilori, also confirmed that a French teacher and a mathematics teacher, Ogunbule and Olorumaye, called her, promised her transport fare, promised her food money for, is it for that day or for the week, only to ask her of my relationship with one female student who is close to me together with a male student. So I feel the disciplinary committee, other than investigating the issue, they were looking at how to also bring me into the matter. So immediately I knew that this was not a case of just me. This was not a case of the principal. And then I took the matter to the district. I reported the matter to District 6, the woman that posted me to the school. And I told her, please just help me look into this matter. I don't want it to get to the media, but I just want justice for these girls. The district visited, and then the case got worsened again. They came asking the girls, why did you, who told the district? Now it was no more who told Clement, it was now who told the district, confirming from them if they wrote a report. Normally, all the girls wrote, the 13 of them wrote 13 statements to me, and this statement I submitted it at the district. So the case was, the principal never wanted to know if what they were saying was right. All she just wanted to know was who among them wrote a statement to me. And then I kept on telling all the girls, I said, don't ever fall for any trap to tell them you wrote a statement to me. Even if they point a gun to your head, tell them you did not. Just tell them you told me. It's the same thing we are telling them. So at that point, I saw days after, months after, the district did not do anything. So I said, okay, no problem. This matter is not going to be swept under the carpet. And I'm actually a big lover of Sarah reporters. I follow them closely. So immediately I told Domestic Violence, DSVA, Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency. And then they swept into the matter. They visited the school. I guess every teacher was terrified on that day. And Domestic Violence came with their lawyers and some men of the Nigeria Police Force. They questioned these girls. They told the girls to write a statement. Now, in the process of writing statement, it was all done in the principal's office. And immediately, they called out the principal. When the principal was outside the office, they told all the girls to write statements. So the school is not even aware that the girls wrote a statement to Domestic Violence. And then later, another case happened again. Who wrote a statement to Domestic Violence, who submitted? So the school was just, after stopping it from spreading out to the media, other than finding justice for this girl. So DSVA reported to Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education invited the teacher. Now, before then, the principal she said that she laid off the teacher. And then Ministry of Education had her bring back this teacher. And they gave her an ultimatum, told her to produce him, which she did. And then got him arrested at the ministry, then charged him to court. So the girls were taken to court to testify, and issues at the court, the man was giving them signal not to say what exactly happened. This one was even open because a member or an official of DSVA caught the man, warned the man, and also told him to face back other than facing the students when they are testifying. And also, before these girls go to the court for any form of hearing, they always tell them, don't go and talk up as your mouth, to mind what you say. Oh. And then the school also tried as much as possible to give these girls what to say, other than allowing the girls say what really happened. And then how did I get to know? The girls will always come back to me. Sir, they said we are going to the court. What should we say? And I always tell them exactly what you told me, exactly what you wrote in the statement you gave me, exactly what you wrote in the statement to DSVA. Say the same thing. Don't add to it and don't subtract. So, Ministry of Education arrested the man, charged him to court. I heard he was granted bail of 300,000. And then the school then got annoyed. I was the main suspect, because how did the case of 13 girls reach outside? Now, DSVA did a proper investigation into the matter and found out that it was not just 13, it was now 11. So I guess two did not have concrete evidences against him. And not just that, in the court, it was also opened up that this particular teacher has impregnated a past student whose surname is Ige, and has a child rather, for this man. It was stated in the court, and immediately Ministry of Youth and Social Development, NYSC, in Alausa, took up the matter and also confirmed from Ige Miriam, the younger sister to the victim. I said, what I heard, is it true? Did he rape your sister? Or did he have sex with your sister and your sister has a child for him? He said yes. And all I said was, don't be terrified. If anybody asks you, tell them the truth. So that matter, I have no business with that matter actually, but it's also related. And then the ministry also told me that while in the courts, the wife of Mr. Benga confessed that he has 2 children with her, and the eldest of the child is 12 years. And then when the principal came, the second hearing, she was not there the first hearing. When the principal came to the court the second hearing, she then said Mr. Benga does not have the ability to give birth. Now, the ministry was telling me that the principal said they doubt, because the principal already heard that Mr. Benga has a child with a past student. So she was trying to cover up, telling the court that he does not have the ability to give birth, and that the few weeks before Benga was sent out of the school, she and Benga were working hand in hand to locate a fertility hospital. And this is a man that has 2 children with his wife, confirmed by the wife, and also allegedly 1 child outside. So that's all for the school. And the Ministry of Education took up the matter, arrested the man, invited me several times. And when I go there, I just hear stories upon stories. I heard that they said myself and Benga were trying to date the girl. And because the girl did not agree to me, she agreed to Benga. Then I got jealous and then tied him. So that's why I said the school is also looking for a way to buy me into the matter. And in the process of hiding evidence, I was banned from coming to the school. Now, this is the school where I served. This is my alma mater. I was sent a message that I should not come to the school again. And I had just 1 more week to go. So I said, okay, no problem. I took the matter up to Ministry of Education. Then they told me, go back there on Monday and go and do your thing. So when I went there, I found out that they've also displaced me, removed me from where I was sitting, and put me in the presence of too many teachers who I knew were against me. And instead of sitting there, because I don't know how to sit in the presence of my enemies, I was just spending my time at the canteen, at the lab, instead of sitting in a staff room. And I handed over my bag together with my phone to a male student, Marvelous, to use the toilet. So as soon as I was out, I did not see the male student again. And immediately they said the principal needed me. When I got to the principal, I saw my phone with the principal. Now, this was my phone that was in my bag, and my bag with the student. So my bag was still with the student, but my phone was with the principal. So all she said was she's going to hand me over to the district. I'm trying to scatter her school. I'm giving student reports to read. And then they threatened me into unlocking my phone, which I refused. But at the point I said, okay, bring it, let me unlock it. And in the process of collecting my phone from them inside the principal's office, I told her that I won't hand over that phone back to them. Immediately, the principal said 2 male teachers should block the door. She came to me telling me to give her the phone if I know I want to be free. And then I said, okay, fine, this tension is too much. Can I use the toilet? Then when I went to use the toilet, I wasn't allowed to come out of the toilet for more than 15 minutes. The toilet was locked up on me by the principal. And all I said was, no matter what you are going to do, I won't give you back this phone. I will not act violent. I will not speak violent. And I will also not give you back the phone. So when I came out of the toilet, I found out that some officials from Lagos paid a surprise visit to her to check on teachers. And then that was the main reason why she even had to leave the door of the toilet to attend to them. And while they were going, I used their influence to also leave the office. And now all they wanted to do was to get hold of these evidences, these recordings, these chats that I have, and confiscate them so that the matter don't get to the public. And I see it as a clear form of assault, which I reported also to domestic violence. And I guess we'll be meeting on it tomorrow, and the case will also be forwarded to court. So when I took the matter to the district, the woman at the district sent me a voice note saying they checked the list of nominal staff and his name was not there. So it was annoying to see that he was a private teacher, not employed. And then the principal also confirmed to me in a meeting with her with the counselor saying I took that she doesn't want the matter to go out because she's the one that employed him, and that was the main reason why she had to tell him to go so that it doesn't spoil anything. So she confirmed to me. The ministry also did. When I met with the ministry yesterday, they assured me that justice will be served, and I've handed it over to the ministry and then the media. So I don't think I'm making a move so that I'm not being tagged as an activist, even if I know I am.
Because nobody should say anything. No, I'm not speaking about that. How can I speak on my behalf? And our ministry can go to ministry. Go to ministry.